Then avikaryoyam. Vikara. Vikar means, which changes form. Which changes form. So anything which changes form. Now see, what are those which changes form? Everything present in this world changes form. Starting from rock. The rocks also, they have their life. They also change. The rocks become earth, soil, and again from soil they become rock, and then again they become soil. They go through this process. It's amazing. The rock dies, becomes soil. Again they starts to accumulate, and they starts to intensify, and then they become rock again. And this is how this process goes on. So everywhere, in every small atom, neutron, proton, electron, change is going on. Vikar is going on in my body, in my mind, in my intellect, in my ego. Change is going on all the time. So everywhere, whatever is changing is not me. Whatever is changing, whatever changes is not me. So now, which is the one which does not change? It is the infinite that does not change. That is you. Avikaryo yam. I am avikarya. That self is changeless. Is distortionless. It's not distorted. Everything gets distorted, but that self is distortless. Okay? It does not get distorted. Avyaktoyam, achintoyam, avikaryoyam uchyate. Tasmadevam viditvainam nanushochitum arasi. And that is why, by knowing that, you are unmanifested. So what will you do with all these manifestations? These are not you. So don't get distracted. What you see, in front of you. What you see in front of you, don't get distracted. Achintoyam, whatever you can contemplate, they are not the reality. That is not the reality, and because that is not the reality, it's not going to stay. It's going to go. So don't be so much distracted. Don't be so much distracted. And achintoyam, avyaktoyam, achintoyam, avikaryoyam, and whatever changes is not the reality. So in this world we see everything changes. So this is not a reality. So because this is not a reality, then why do you suffer? Why do you suffer? Just be happy. And just see everything like a game. Enjoy this. If you can see things from a distance, if you can see the whole scenario of this world like a panorama, like a movie, you will find no sufferings at all. The moment you get attached to anything, that brings sufferings. But the same thing which brings a lot of sufferings to you, if you can detach yourself from that and watch it from a distance, you will see that will give you happiness. That will give you pleasure, enjoyment. You will enjoy watching things which earlier made you scared, which earlier made you suffer, anxious, but now when you see them, you will feel that, oh wow, this is so beautiful. What is the difference? The difference is in attitude. You don't change anything. The reality, whatever is the reality is the same. You don't change the reality. You don't change the one who is observing the reality. You don't change this person also. What do? You just change the way you look at it. You just change this process of perceiving this world. Just having a little bit of adjustment into your own way of dealing with this world brings you to liberation. And that is what Bhagavad Gita talks about so eloquently, so descriptively. It talks about these things so this one small word, avyaktoyam. We can talk about this for like hours, like days. Small, but this is not small. It can be like small, but it's not small. It's a huge word. It's a huge word having a very, very deep significance, and that changes everything. That changes our whole life, because all the life, we have been depending on things which is evident before us. We have been acting, reacting, enacting, everything. Everything which is in front of us. We have been shaping ourselves according to the way things are in front of us. Now it says that avyaktoyam, the reality is never manifested. So what you are seeing, this is not reality. So all your life, whatever you have done, it is vague. It just turned into vague. It just turned into vague. Everything that you have, treasured, everything that you have valued, just became nothing in one moment. Avyaktoyam. So, think about that which is always unmanifested. That is the reality. Whatever is in front of you is not the reality. It should never, bother you. Tasma devam vidittoinam nanu shochitam arasi. By knowing the reality thus, by knowing the reality that the reality is never manifested, by knowing the reality that the reality cannot be contemplated, by knowing the reality that the reality does not change at all, it does not change shape, it does not get distorted. Be happy, enjoy what you're seeing. Understand? Tasma devam vidittoinam nanu shochitum arasi. Whatever is going on, let it be. Don't be so grief. Don't be so sad. Let it be whatever it is happening in front of you. These are not reality. Okay. Then after saying this, he again gave, Krishna is a little bit, he's a little bit, he's a very, a very clever person. So by saying this, he saw that, wow, Arjuna has understood this. And he's thinking, and I think that he's finding sense. He's finding sense in my words. Now Krishna is trying to shake him, a little bit. He's a very, kind of a very clear person, a clever person. So he says that he tries to shake him a little bit. He said, Atha chainam nitta jatam nittam va manyate mritam. Okay, I'm telling you, see that the truth is that the self cannot die. The self is not born. So whatever is born and whatever dies is the non-self. It's the non-reality. Okay? Now, and based upon that, he had built up this knowledge, this firm knowledge. Now he gives him a little bit of shaking. He says, Atha chaitam nitta jatam nittam va manyate mritam. Okay, if you think that the self is born and it dies also, if you think like this, you don't need to think, you don't need to know that the self does not take birth or it does not die. It's eternal. You don't need to, you don't need to go into that details of that. Even if you think that the self is born always and the self is going to die always, even if you think that, because this is what you thought, that your grandfather is going to die, your teacher is going to die, this is what you thought, and that is the basis of your confusion, that I cannot kill my grandfather, I cannot kill my teacher. This was the start of all this nonsense that you are doing now, and this is the start of all this which is happening now, that you don't want to kill your grandfather because you think that they are going to die, and that will cause you pain, that will cause you sufferings. So if you think that, okay, they have taken birth and they will die, if you think that this is going, so they are going to die some days, no? even not, if not today, then they are going to die at some point. So then you will suffer. Atha chainam nitya jatam nityam va manyate mritam. Even you think that the self is born and the self is going to die, even you think like this, tathavi tvam mahabaho nainam shochitum arasi, then also, oh mighty one, you should not be, you should not grieve, because this is going to happen somehow. This is going to happen somehow. So it will happen. So why are you grieving? You become strong. You become strong. You face the reality. The reality is that yes, today or tomorrow everybody has to die. So you face the reality. Don't cry like a child. Okay? And then he says, Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityu. Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityu. Dhruvam janma mritasya cha. Anything which is born is going to die. Anything which is born is going to die. And anything which is dead is also going to be born. Don't think that, if it is dead, then it's gone, it's finished. It's not like that. Today it's dead, tomorrow it's alive again. Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityu, dhruvam janma mritasya cha, tasmat apariharyete nanu shochitum arhasi. This is the reality of life. This is the reality of life, that anything which is born is going to die, and anything which is dead is going to be born again. This is the reality of this world. Okay? And so do not grieve. Face the reality. Okay? Face the reality. And then he says, this is one. Now whatever he says is also the basis of many scientific findings, scientific experiments. Many scientists, they actually found a lot of truth in this. He says, and the scientists were like Einstein, Newton, this kind of scientists, not this Tom, Dick and Harry type of scientist. They were like Einstein, Planck, Newton, these kind of scientists. They used to study Bhagavad Gita every day. Planck, Newton, Bohr. Then this person, Tesla. Bhagavad Gita was their the regular companion. It's not a spiritual book. It is a book of life. Bhagavad Gita is not a sacred spiritual text. It is the text of our life. If you can know Bhagavad Gita, if you can, if by the blessings of God, if you can know Bhagavad Gita, you will see your whole life will change into a new dimension. Okay? So he says, Avyaktadini bhutani vyaktamadhani bharata avyakta nidhana naiva tatra ka parivedana. He talks about the reality of our life. Now he talks about the reality. Till now he was talking about the reality of ourself. From that sloka, atha chaitam nitya jatam nityam va manyate mitram tathapi tvam mahabaho nainam shochitum arhasi. From that one he started to talk about the reality of life. You see, life, okay, if you think life is important, so life has got a origination, is born and it's going to die. So face it. Don't be so weak. Don't be so weak. You have to face it. And then he said that Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityu, dhruvam janma mritasya cha. Whatever is born is going to die, is destined to die. And dhruvam janma mritasya cha, and whatever is dead is also destined to be born again. See how clearly he talks about it, And These were the things that he said before 6,500 years. Till now, nobody was there to cut this. No, these are all nonsense. What is this? That a person is dead, he is going to live again? Yes, he says this. Lord Krishna had said this in Bhagavad Gita, and it's still relevant. Jadasya hi dhruvo mrityu, dhruvam janma mritasya cha. Anybody who is born is going to die. Anybody who is dead is going to live again. So where are our grief? Where is our sufferings? Whatever you lose today, you are going to gain tomorrow. So where is the loss? Loss means tomorrow's gain. Gain in future. Means if I put my money in an investment for 20 years, that is also a loss for 20 years, no? And it's a gain after 20 years. So these sufferings is a investment that the life puts us into. We don't know. The life blesses us so much. Destiny is so kind to us. So whatever you are losing today is your investment for tomorrow. And that is why, Krishna at one point said, in Bhagavad Gita, and that is why in Bhagavad Gita, हो गया सर तो पानी उधर and that is why in Bhagavad Gita Krishna says that sukhe dukhe samay dukha sukhe samay kritva labha labho sukha dukhe samay kritva labha labho jaya jayo. This sameness. Why he is talking about sameness? Why is talking about sameness? He's talking about sameness because actually today's loss is tomorrow's gain, and at the same time today's gain I'm so happy I have gained is tomorrow's loss. That is why when we were a child, when we used to laugh very much, then our mothers used to say, hey, don't laugh, you will cry. At that time we didn't understand. What does it mean? If I laugh now, why will I cry? Because today's laughter is tomorrow's grief. And today's grief is tomorrow's laughter. So where is happiness? Where is sadness? Yeah. Where is happiness? Where is sadness? Where is loss? Where is profit? Where is loss? Where is victory and where is defeat? We put so much attention in all this. Hey, he has said this. I'm going to win. I'm going to do this. I'm going to say this. All are one. Today you are defeated. Tomorrow you win. And today you are a winner. Tomorrow you are going to lose. Both are the same because the balance of life will be the same. You can not only win. You have to come to this balance zero. If you are at loss, be very happy because to come to zero you have to gain. So you will have gain. And if you are really gaining, I'm so powerful. I'm so lucky. You are lucky today. Tomorrow you will be unlucky because that all will come to zero. Because that is the goal. That is the goal, to come to unity, to come to zero. Okay? So sukha dukhe samay kritva labha labho jaya jayo. Tato yuddhaya yujasva nayanam papam abapsasi. That is why Bhagavad Gita always, as we go deeper, when he will talk about knowledge in more depth, he will talk about karma yoga. You will see he talks about one thing, that is samatva, equanimity. Everything is the same. We have to develop this, we have to develop this mentality, this perception. We have to develop this perception of equanimity because that is the reality. Everything is the same. Till you come to this point of equanimity, you always have to come and go. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jatare shayanam. You have to again come and again go, again come and again go, till you come to this point of equanimity. Everything is same. Bhagavad Gita is a great lesson for life. And if you can come to this equanimity, you will see that you are relieved. You are relieved from your entire life. You will never have any distress. Even in distress, you will not be distressed. In extreme distress, even in extreme distress, you will never have distress. You will be free from distress, because you have come to this point of equanimity, sameness. Samatvam yoga uchyate. Very, like, it's a very bold statement. What is yoga? That is, what was it? Swanadacha. Yeah. It's a vinyasa though. It's a very bold statement. What is yoga? Means what is that supreme state? Yoga means the state of supreme consciousness. What is that state of supreme consciousness? Samatvam. When you come to this equanimity, and this equanimity you have to achieve in this world, not in meditation. Not in meditation. You have to be in this world, in this practical world, where you face problems each and every day, where you have challenges all the time. All the time there is this danger of getting distracted. In this world, in this practical world itself, you have to practice this sameness. And if you can come to this point of sameness, then you will see that you have been saved forever. Been saved forever. Samatvam hi yoga uchyate. And again, in one point, that is why as you go, you will see that it's so latest, it's so technical. At one time he says that buddhir yukta, what he says, buddhir yukta jahatiha ubhe sukrite duskrite. When we come to this, then you will see that how bold this guy is. Not the guy, sorry, means Krishna is. How bold he is. What kind of knowledge he has. What kind of firmness he has. Buddhir yukta jahatiha ubhe sukrite duskrite tasmat yogaya yujasva yogam karmashu kaushalam. Yoga is the skill of performing actions. Skill of performing actions means if you are a skilled worker, if you have this skill of performing your karma, then you are a yogi. You are not a yogi because you are lost in meditation for like forever. No. You are a yogi if in this practical world, practical unreal world, where everything is false, where everything is meaningless, in this meaningless, unreal, practical world, if you have achieved the skill of performing your actions, you have achieved yoga. The state which will take you beyond this world. Okay? So, this is also going to come. So, we were here. Where were we? Tasmat abhyaktadini bhutani vyaktamadhani bharata avyaktam nidhana neva tatra ka paridevana. He said, you see, this world was unmanifested in the past. In the past, we all were in the state of unmanifestation. Now, in the present, we are manifested. Vyakta madhani bharata. Now we are, in the state of manifestation. Avyakta nidhanani eva. And in the future, it is again going to be, it is again going to be in the state of unmanifestation. Okay. tatra ka parivedana. Then why are you grieving? Why are you so sad? Because nothing is going to be real, nothing is going to stay, nothing is going to leave, everything is going to, dissolve into unmanifestation. So why are you so much worried? Just be, just cheer up and get up. So today we stop here. I think it's like 1 hour. So next time we'll start from here. Ascharyavat paschati kaschidinam Ascharyavat vadati tathaiva chanya Ascharyavatchanai namanya srinoti Shrutva penam vedana chaiva kaschid. This is where from we'll start in the next one. Okay, so thank you, and thank you for giving me this chance to come and talk to you. Thank you.